Hello again. I'll be talking about the 3-card spread today. You can read professionally just doing a 3-card, and I usually use the Celtic Cross, but sometimes I just use a 3-card. Depends on what mood I'm in. And I know people that read professionally just using 3 cards. I'm just doing a few of them for a reading. So it's a good spread, and it's a nice one to learn with because you're connecting one card to the next. And the cards have to make some kind of sense and some kind of message you're trying to find for this person. And instead of a whole table full of cards, just having 3 cards makes more of a direct message and keeps the variables at a minimum. And so it works out real nice. In Essential Tarot, now that we know why this works, we can improve it. And I wrote in here somewhere, here it is. I made a spread called the 216. And the 216 is 6 categories for each position of the 3-card spread, making 216 combinations that could be interused here. I'll show a graphic of it. And this works out really well because now you can just go not just past, present, and future. You can you could have all sorts of different categories, or like strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, positive aspects, negative aspects, conclusions, and all sorts of different variables. And they work together. So you could choose all sorts of, there's 216 different combinations there. And that's something I created, and it works out really well. And it opens up the 3-card spread to all sorts of different possibilities there. And you can create your own categories too. So it works out nice. But we'll stick with the standard 3-card past, present, and future here because I think that's what everybody seems to know, and you can go from there. So I'll be using my deck, my Tarot Marseille. There'll be a link to my website, Tarot Maps, in the description here below of where you can buy the deck. It's not on Amazon right now. It's still, I'm just selling it myself. I'm still creating a seller account. I don't know if that's going to happen for a while yet. I've got too many other things I'm working on. But I do sell it. I do send it out personally to you. And you can buy it right there. Just go to the store, in the menu, Tarot Maps, and you can buy it. It's going very well. I also have a link to my book, Essential Tarot, with that 3-card combination I'm talking about, the 216. And I don't call it the 216 in here. I don't call it anything. I just show a bunch of variables. Now I call it the 216. This book came out in 2015. So that's when I came up with that. And I'll also have a link to a talk I just did at the Theosophical Society, the 23rd of January. I put a link to an initial talk that they had, the initial video that they had of it. Now they have one just called Recent Talks. And it's the beginning of that one, the first one, has like 4 minutes of just pictures of the Theosophical Society. You probably think your computer broke or something before it goes into the talk. But now it's actually in their system, and it's it's the introduction is a lot quicker. So anyway, 3-card spread. What I'd like to go into is, past, present, and future. That works out very well. But the thing is, what I look into with the past is, what does the past have to hold for us that we can use in our objective we're trying to accomplish here, whatever that happens to be. What have we learned in the past? What do we acquire in the past that will help us with this situation? It could be a person, it could be an asset we have, some talent we have, some influence we have, something we've acquired, some knowledge, it could be anything. But the laying cards into that position allows us to come up with suggestions and ideas that might be helpful to finding out what that is in our past that will help us with our future. So I don't look at the past as just what happened. I look at it, how can it help us. The present I look at is, what are we doing right now to make this work? Are we doing the right moves? Are the actions we're taking the right ones? Maybe we should change something. Maybe we should do something else. It allows us to look at suggestions there too, for what we're doing right now about this situation. And then the future shows us opportunities that we should look for, keep an eye out for, that will help us with this. And so that's a lot more useful than just looking at the past as the past and the present, this is what's going on now and this is what's going to happen in the future. This is, to me, it's a lot more helpful to the client. So, past, present, and future. We'll do some samples here using my deck, the Tarot of Marseille. I'm still breaking this deck in, but it reads nice. I still carry my regular deck with me, but I've been using this more and more as we go, and it's starting to come around. Well, good. Reads nice. So let's get started. Okay, here we are. This is a Creative Commons deck, by the way. My deck is open for you to use in your books if you want. It doesn't cost you anything for the rights. It's just out there. So I thought I'd mention that. So again, 3-card spread. And we're looking for something useful for this person. My questions are always the same. They're going to be, how are we going to achieve this goal, whatever it happens to be. So if it's something you see for yourself, that's great. Otherwise, it's just a good way to show you how to read these cards. If I could shuffle them, it would be good. First card, past, justice, hangman, second card, and the Ace of Wands. I'm trying to make sure I'm centered in here. So, past, justice, a realization of a real truth, something you found that was real, that you could, facts, information is a key factor here. That's made a reversal of your thinking here with the hangman and putting you on a new position or a new start with something else with the Ace of Wands. And that's how initially I would read this. Then we could look into depth with things. Looking into something that was useful to you, that you found, that was a truth, that made you really stop and think about things. Look into that even further. See if you could find more information or think about it. Think about how this affected you. And how can you use this information or this knowledge, this insight, this revelation in some way for your future? Right now, it's a good idea for you to just turn things around. You could look at it that way with the hangman. Maybe what you're doing right now, we could question about that and say, well, are you sure you're doing the right things? Maybe you're putting a lot of effort into something that's really not getting you anywhere. You're just spinning your wheels. Or you could look at this at the hangman and say, it's a time for just waiting, just hanging in there, and not doing anything. Inaction sometimes is better than action. This is where a conversation with the person would be helpful. Asking them what they're doing, see what kind of feelings you get from what they're telling you as you're looking at that card. So the hangman can mean a few things. This opportunity for a new situation is good because you're probably locked into something, trying to accomplish something. And obviously, if you're getting a reading, you're not getting anywhere with that. Or things are going slowly. Where here we have a new situation happening. Something new coming into the picture. Keep an eye out for this opportunity because this could be a factor that really makes a difference. Keeping an eye out for what you've learned in the past about some truth, something that really hit home with you, will help you with this. You've gained knowledge here from some insight that will help you with the future opportunity. The question here was I would be asking the person what they're doing right now and question that to see if we need to take inaction or make a total reversal in the things we're doing. That's how I see those three cards. Another example, Six of Cups, World card, Five of Cups. In the past, you were able to take on a challenge and make it work. You've been able to face it with the Six of Cups. Sixes are overcoming obstacles, taking on challenges. So you've been through this before. Right now, you're looking at things in a very optimistic way with the World card. You see a lot of possibilities. That's good. Good attitude to have. Positive attitude is good. Keep your attitude high. Keep your spirits high. You're headed in a good direction, and I think you'll see a lot of changes coming in ways that you really like in the future, as long as you keep on this path right now that you're on. Fives are change. Taking on challenges in the past, you could look at the suit and say, taking on challenges of the same type in the past. Maybe this is a repeat of something. You got a good attitude. And I see those changes being good for you. Keep on the path you're on. Two of Swords. A decision was made in the past. Right now you're going through a lot of information, a lot of knowledge that you didn't know before. And I see things stabling out, toning down in the future. If there's a lot of commotion or upheaval right now, I see that toning down because of the information you're getting and the knowledge you're getting or the experience you're getting. This decision you made in the past is a good one. This choice will help you. This choice you made in the past will help you as you're gaining more knowledge about things right now and seeing things in a clearer light right now. Things will tone down and stabilize in the future with the Four of Pentacles. Fours are stability, twos are choice, kings are knowledge. A big change in the past. It might have been a little difficult. The Five of Swords is putting you in a whole new situation right now with the Ace of Pentacles. Whole new situation. There's not much you can do with that. You're just in a different surroundings right now, a different situation than before. Things might seem a little murky, not too sure where you're headed with direction with the Moon card. That's okay. You're headed in a good path. It's just because you're new to this situation right now, you're not familiar with things. Feel your way through. Go slowly. Slow but sure. Be careful in the moves you're making. This decision that had to be made in the past with the Five of Swords has put you in a situation that's very new. Maybe there's some discomfort to that. New surroundings, new situation. But move slowly right now. At least for the next month with the Moon card. An attainment in the past with the Nine of Swords is giving you the opportunity to build, create something that wasn't there before, allowing you to make decisions that you weren't able to make before, putting that choice on you. Lots of times things are out of our control. Here you have the choice. You're going to be able to make this choice because of some situation in the past that was an attainment. It's allowed you to put yourself in a situation where you can manifest ideas into realities with the Emperor card. The choice will be yours in the future on what you want to do with this. That's nice. Lots of times those things are out of our control. The choices is somebody else's. The choice will be yours. Give it careful thought. It might have been sticky in the past. You don't want to repeat that. A big transition in the past has put you in a good position with the Nine of Pentacles attainment, allowing you to move forward in a very quick way. Quick progress, quick results with the Chariot card. Looks good for you. Make sure you got control of things as you move forward. Things might be a little too quick. You got to make sure you got control of that Chariot as you move forward. You get the reins of this thing, you got to make sure you know what you're doing with it. A completion in the past has put you on a new path with the Page of Cups, allowing you to take action with the Knight of Pentacles. Things have been very stable in the past, but that's coming to a completion with the Ten of Cups, allowing you to advance forward with the Eight of Wands. Again, this is always past, present, and future. We can go into other variables, other elements of a question to look into. But, like I said in the beginning, we'll stay with past, present, and future. So, I hope you like this.